backstage with Shawn and Ruth, the creative masterminds behind the Bustle line that we just saw. Congratulations on the amazing show. Straight from the opening video, we knew that it was obviously the inspiration was from the Calgary Stampede.
Yeah.
So could you talk a little bit about that and why you particularly chose that as your inspiration?
Well, it's the 100th anniversary of the Calgary Stampede. I think you may have gathered that from the video. And we just sort of thought, you know, like, what's a more Canadian and a more sort of bustle inspiration than a 100-year-old, you know, big party that's been going on in Calgary, for, you know, and where people get dressed up. You know, people love to dress up for it, and you know, we love a good dress-up party.
Yeah, it's a fun point of inspiration to design pieces and design a whole collection. We like to package things up with a story, and it's a fun story.
That's awesome, and that story definitely came through with the aesthetic, and the collection itself obviously was a testament to that. But you guys didn't go completely rodeo. You infused a lot of like urban elements that really made it really current. Could you talk about some of those elements that you worked on?
Certainly. I mean, I think, well, that's the idea, is to make a collection where if you break it down, there's always like one jacket or several. You know, I mean, there's almost nothing that most guys can't wear. Everybody wears jeans. There are a couple of different cuts, a couple of different washes. You know, jean jackets I think are great. The shirts, you know, anyone can wear. Guys can wear that to work. The jackets are great for cocktail parties. Some of them are, you know, possibly things you could wear to work depending on what your office is like. And you know,
if you're in the ad world, trust me, you can wear all that stuff.
Exactly. And at the end of the day, like, that's what our collections are meant to be. They're meant to be wearable for whatever it is you're doing or wherever you're going and whoever you are.
Also, an obvious question that I always ask, how would you describe the ideal bustle guy? Like, what characteristics would that person embody?
I mean, a guy who pays attention to detail, cares what he's wearing, and likes to have fun, and doesn't take himself too seriously. It's kind of this guy.
But it's harder to find that person because it could be,
that's
you know, it could, like I said, it could be any range of ages, professions, whatever it is you're doing. There's something for everyone in our collections, I think.
I definitely think that the collection, having seen it for seasons after seasons, underline has that, like, a little bit of that fun, which obviously we see when you have people like Stacey McKenzie hit the runway, because you always make your runway shows so entertaining. Like, it's not seriousness where it's like, you know, a bunch of automatons walking down the runway. So I think that is really, really fantastic. One last question I wanted to ask you more specifically, having been the judge on
Project Runway.
Runway, I'm like, as I stumble. You've always talked about looking for innovation when you look at designs. How is the advice that you've given on the show transpired in your own collections?
I think if you're going to innovate, you have to do it in a way that's kind of tempered by the market you're trying to appeal to. So it depends what you're doing. With menswear, you know, you never want to tell a guy you're going to give them a makeover, right? So it's baby steps with men. You know, you can't change the silhouettes drastically, or tell a guy, like, you know, nothing of what you're wearing is good. You got to change everything because they'll rebel and they'll be wearing that T-shirt that's on the floor in the corner. So, you know, you have to do it slowly, I think.
It's
when
a progression.
It comes to menswear.
No, absolutely. Thank you so much. Thoroughly enjoyed the show, and thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us.
Nice to see you. Thank you.